Introduction, background of the study. Mobile phone today bring both opportunities and challenge in education, which is on the positive side. They give the student instant access to online resources and learning platform, which is they really can support the independent study. However, mobile phones are also widely used for the social media, gaming, and entertainment. These non-academic uses can easily become distraction, reduce productivity, and even can affect student mental health. That's why conducting a statistical study on mobile phone usage among students is important. Such a study can provide evidence about how often students use their phones, in what ways, and for what purpose. This information can help educators and parents better understand how mobile phone influence academic engagement and lifestyle. By examining factors like usage duration, academic achievement, and study-related phone use, this research also aims to highlight both the advantage and disadvantage of mobile phone usage among the study. Now let's look at the objective of the study. First, we want to determine the average of time study spent on mobile phone daily. Second, we aim to identify the main purpose of mobile phone usage. And lastly is we want to examine how mobile phone usage relates to academic performance. Next is types of variable and data. The average time spent on mobile phone is quantitative data. Second is the main purpose of usage is qualitative data. Academic performance is quantitative data, while distraction during study time and usage for study-related activities are qualitative data. GPA for the last semester is also quantitative data. Finally, it's important to note that all of this is primary data collected directly through our survey and questionnaires. Now let's go to the sampling technique here. For this study, we use convenience sampling, which is this method was chosen because it allows us to collect the data quickly and efficiently from the participants who are easily accessible. In our case, we distributed questionnaires to students within our class group, while convenience sampling is useful for time constraint research that it may introduce bias since the sample may not represent all the students. However, it works well for exploratory studies like ours, where the goal is to uncover pattern and connection rather than generalize to a large population. And finally, data collection method. We collected data using a structured questionnaires. The questionnaire include both closed-ended and scored questions to capture both quantitative and qualitative information about mobile phone usage, academic performance, and study habits. This method was chosen because it is efficient, cost-effective, and produce standardized responses that can be statistically analyzed. To make it convenient for participants, the survey was conducted by online. This allows us to collect primary data directly from our target group, which is essential for achieving the objective of this study.
Next, I will continue on descriptive statistics. Before any calculation, we need to identify qualitative and quantitative data for organizing and graphing. Qualitative data is non-numerical, descriptive information such as qualities, characteristics, and experiences. For our study, there were 4 identified qualitative data, which is phone usage and academic-related activities, purpose of phone usage, and student GPA for last semester. Next, let us dive into the quantitative data. Quantitative data is a numerical information that can be counted or measured. For our study, there are 2 identified quantitative data, which is the effect of mobile phones on academic performance and student screen time in a day. After identifying data types for organization and graphing, measures of central tendency, mean, median, and mode were calculated. For daily student screen time, the mean, mode, and median were 6.24, 6.72, and 7.1 hours. The main purpose of mobile phone usage showed a mean of 12.5, with both median and mode indicating social media. The effect of mobile phones on academic performance had a mean of 16.67, while the medians and mode were 30 students. Distraction during study time recorded a mean of 10, median of 15, and mode of 20. Academic-related phone usage had a mean of 16.67, with median and mode at 36. Lastly, GPA showed a mean of 3.15, median of 3.211, and mode of 3.137. After that, we moved on to measures of position. In this part, we calculate the quartiles, which are quartile 1, 2, and 3 for each dataset. For the first dataset, Q1, 2, and 3 are 4.46, 6.72, and 8. In the second dataset, the quartiles are 0.93, 1.36, and 3.25. The third dataset has quartile values of 0.92, 1.33, and 2.57. For the fourth dataset, Q1, 2, and 3 are 1.33, 2, and 2.68. The fifth dataset shows quartiles of 0.85, 1.2, and 2. Lastly, for the GPA data, the quartiles are 2.79, 3.21, and 3.45. After calculating the measures of central tendency, we moved on to the measures of dispersions, which are the variance and standard deviation. For the first dataset, the variance is 5.25 and the standard deviation is 2.29. In the second dataset, the variance is 97.25 with a standard deviation of 9.86. The third dataset shows a variance of 71.77 and a standard deviation of 8.47. For the fourth dataset, the variance is 44.40 and the standard deviation is 6.66. The fifth dataset has a variance of 197.27 and a standard deviation of 14.07. Lastly, the GPA data for last semester has a variance of 0.17 and a standard deviation of 0.41. Last, after all the measures, we came to the last, which is the measures of skewness. Measures of skewness include the measure of Pearson's first coefficient of skewness and Pearson's second skewness coefficient.